We've done these two different ways. We're going to go through this set two different ways. 3 minus 1. Put on 3, take off 1. Put on 3, take off 1. The answer is 2. Put on 3, and because we see the subtraction sign, we know we're going to go the opposite way as if we were adding. If we were adding, we would go this way, but because we're subtracting, we're going this way. We're moving 1 in this direction, so the answer is 2. This says 4 minus negative 3. There's my 4 yellows. Take off 3 reds. I don't have 3 reds that I can remove, but if you'll remember, we decided that if I put zeros on here, this is still a representation of positive 4. I just simply have had some zeros, but now I can subtract 3 red. Subtracting 3 red leaves me with positive 7. Let's look at it on the number line. Start at 4. Move in the opposite direction of addition, which means I'm moving this way. But then there's another sign that says, no, go back the other way. So because 2 negatives are beside each other, it's telling me to move it in the addition way. And so this is 1, 2, 3. And my answer would be positive 7. Negative 5, take away 2. 5 red minus 2 yellow. Well, in order to be able to subtract 2 yellow, I have to add some zeros. This is still a representation of negative 5, but now I can subtract 2 yellow. And when I subtract 2 yellow, I am left with negative 7. Let's look at it on the number line. Start at negative 5. Move in the opposite direction you would normally move for addition. 1, 2. Negative 7 is where I end up. So these are direction givers. This one tells you where to start, and this one tells you how many times to switch direction. Negative 1 minus negative 6. 1 red minus 6 reds. Well, in order to be able to take off 6 reds, I have to put on some zeros. So now I can take off 6 reds. I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm left with 5 yellows. Let's look at it on the number line. Start at negative 1. Move in the opposite direction of addition, and then go back the other way. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And positive 5 is where we end up. 1 yellow minus 1 red minus 6 red equals 5 yellows. All right, 7. Put on 7, take off 10. I have 7 yellows. I don't have 10 that I can take off, so I'm going to continue to build until I have 10 yellows. Put on 7, take off 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am left with negative 3. Let's look at it on the number line. Start at 7, and travel in the opposite direction of addition, 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative 3. Subtraction is the opposite of addition. These signs tell us which direction to go, and we can remember that the first number is what you put on, and the second number is what you take off. So, it's time to push pause and show what you know. All right. 4 minus 2. My guess is you don't have red and yellow discs at your house. Maybe you've got stickers, maybe you've got markers. But if all you have is a paper and pencil and you want to use the manipulative method, you can for sure draw them. So on this one, we would draw 4 positives and subtract or take away 2 of them. And so we are left with 2. Let's look at that on the number line. If you look here, it tells you this is the direction you travel for negative because it's the opposite of positive. So if I'm at 4 and I'm going in a negative direction, then I'm going to travel 2 in that direction. 8 minus negative 7. Put on 8 positives. Take off 7 negatives. I don't have any negatives to take off, so I have to add some zeros. Won't change the value of the 8, just provide an opportunity for me to see the answer. Oops. So these are my zeros that I've put on. This is still a representation of 8, and it says take off negative 7. So I'm going to take off 7 negatives. And when those are gone, I'm left with the 8 positives and the 7 positives, which gives me 15. Let's look at it on the number line. 8, traveling in a negative direction, but then being told to go the opposite way, gets me to 15. All right, negative 2, take off negative 1. Negative 2, take off negative 1. Left with negative 1. On a number line, start at negative 2, traveling in a negative direction, being told to turn around and go the other way, 1 space, negative 1. Negative 4 minus 3. 4 negatives, take away 3 positives. Because I don't have the positives, I have to draw them so that I can take away 3 positives. Taking away 3 positives leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 negatives. Let's look at it on a number line. Start at negative 4, traveling in the subtraction negative direction, 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative 7. All right, last one on this one. 1 minus 6. 1 positive, take away 6 positives. Because I don't have 6 positives, I have to put on the sets of 0. Now I can subtract 6 positives, which leaves me with negative 5. Let's look at it on our number line. 1 is where we started, traveling in a negative direction, 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're ending on negative 5. And then hopefully from today you are able to fill in this blank and be ready to discuss it in class tomorrow. Subtraction is the opposite of addition.